Good morning. It's time for your South Carolina weather update here on Wednesday, January 28th, 2026. I hope you're having a great start to your day. Boy, we've got a lot to talk about. It's been a busy 7 to 10 days, And new this morning it's not as cold. That's some good news. Some clouds moving in overnight, helping to keep temperatures up just a little bit. Our confidence is increasing that some, perhaps many, will see some snow this weekend. Now, how much? That's the question. Is it just a few flakes? Or is it something a little more? It's too early for amounts. That won't become clear, I don't think, until probably sometime either later today or more likely during the day tomorrow. Either way, extremely cold air is ahead. Let's walk you through your forecast at a glance here across the state. Starting out with the low country for today. Highs are going to be in the upper 40s, low 50s. Morning clouds give way to sun. Northwest winds at 5 to 10. Lows tonight down to 25 to 30. Could be a little breezy tonight, too, for parts of the state. West winds at 5 to 15, gusts up to 20 in the low country. For the Grand Strand, clouds break this morning, giving way to sunshine. We'll be in the mid-40s for the most part. A couple of degrees either side of 45 or 46 in most cases. Mostly clear and cold tonight. Lows between 25 and 30. Still a little bit of a breeze. In the PD, mid-40s to near 50 for highs today. Mix of sun and clouds. More clouds this morning, more sun midday into the afternoon. Cold tonight, down to 20, 25, and the breeze is going to stay up too, so make it feel a lot more chilly. Midlands, around the state capital, you're going to be in the upper 40s to near 50, with morning clouds giving way to sunshine. Low to mid-20s tonight, west winds at 5 to 10. And for the upstate, Greenville, Spartanburg, Anderson areas, clouds decrease. Look for a sunny afternoon. Be around freezing this morning at 9 a.m., going to 40 at noon, 45 at 3, 20 to 24 for overnight lows tonight. Mostly clear and cold with a west wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Let's check out that upper air map, as all eyes are on the potential for some snow this weekend in the Carolinas. It's been talked about for a while. Heck, couldn't even get through the last storm without it being talked about. I got a little bit of a problem with that because you know what? That's just where we are now. So let's show you how this looks. Watch that little dip in the jet stream. There it is. And boy, this is a cold air mass coming down. Notice that little blue blob there? That's a closed upper level low, and that's what will spark off the storm. There's some differences in guidance this morning compared to yesterday. Now we've got to see if this holds. But yesterday morning, that little blue blob was centered essentially right over Charlotte. Well, now it's centered more like over, just say, west of Statesboro, Georgia. That little bit of a south and west shift Saturday during the day is going to be enough to cause the storm to develop a little bit farther south, stay a little more suppressed, which would increase our chances across the entire Palmetto State of at least seeing something. Now, does that mean it's going to happen? No, we're not there yet. Today is still monitoring trends. Where do the trend lines go? And as we get through the day today with each cycle of guidance, it should become more clear. This is the day when things start to tighten up, and then tomorrow is when it really starts to tighten up, and we should be able to give you an idea of what to expect as far as amounts. The good news here is this should not be any concern for this going to freezing rain or anything like that. If we get anything out of this, it is going to be all snow, and that is a thankful thing, and that's why we can pull for this almost if we want to. If you're a snow lover, great. If you're not pulling for it. I get it. But a lot of us are, and we'll see how this goes. Here's the surface map starting Friday. Watch that little dip. There it is, and then that sparks off the storm. And notice that blue across the Palmetto State. That's snow in some form or fashion. Is it flurries? Is it more legitimate snow? That's all going to depend on where the track of the storm is. Where does it decide it's going to blow up? All right, is it going to be farther to the east? The farther east it goes, the less and less we see. The farther west it goes, the higher chance we see of accumulating snowfall. And right now our ensembles are still kind of all over the place with this. They're starting to lock in just a little bit, but you notice the probability of 1 inch or more of snow through Sunday, according to the European ensembles, ranges from about 10 to 20% for the southern tip of the state, all the way up to 90% for the northern half of the state, or the northern third of the state, say up around the Greenville, Spartanburg metro, up into parts of the PD. Now, there's still a chance this isn't the case. This is just, remember, a snapshot in time. This is what the model sees right now, that if conditions that it sees at this given moment were to occur with all of the variations, that's what an ensemble run means. It takes the European model and it tweaks it about 50 times and makes it do different things to kind of see what would happen if there are different variables in the atmosphere. Well, given what we have now, there would be this probability of an inch or more of snow, and there would be this probability of 3 inches or more of snow across the Palmetto State. That ranges from 0 in the low country to as high as, let's say, 40% to 60% the farther north you go. So still a lot of wiggle room here. This could be nothing. But right now, what we do at least see is that there is a chance of some accumulating snow. How much? We're probably not going to know that for just a little while longer. Either way you look at it, it is going to be bitterly cold here as we move toward the weekend. These are the wind chills for Sunday morning. Yeah, that area that you see flips to white up across the upper tier of the upstate, let's say far northern Spartanburg County, right around Landrum, up toward Caesars Head in Greenville County, Table Rock over toward Lake Jocassee. You may have wind chills around 0 or maybe below 0 Sunday morning, with the rest of the state down into the single digits is the way it's going to feel. That is awful for this far south. We don't see that very often. And there is some concern with that. Even if without the snow, cold weather like that's a problem. So here are your key points. All eyes are on the weekend. Today is the trend day. Today is the day that if everything should start lining up, we'll be able to let you know where this is going. Details start to get sorted out tomorrow and into Friday. Right now, as it stands, confidence in snow is still low at this time. And that's not just me. That's most of the legitimate forecasting world. Don't pay attention to these snow amount graphics that are going out all over the internet showing a foot or more of snow in some areas. It is garbage right now. We cannot tell you that. That's just what the model is spitting out. It doesn't take into account ratios and things like that. We won't know that until this thing starts to really develop and we see it. Snow or no, we have high confidence in brutal cold returning for the weekend. And I just need you to check back daily for updates. We're going to have more for you. Appreciate you stopping by this morning. And I'll see you around for another update.